Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Antoinette from Antoinette Intuitive Tarot and Jewellery here. I am doing something or trying something a little bit different, mixing it up. I know many of you are tarot lovers, tarot followers, and will be quite familiar with perhaps Ethony's 31 days tarot challenge that's going on at the moment. I can't commit to doing 31 days in a row, so I figured I would try out doing 31 weeks instead. So let's see if I can either keep up, remember, and jot them all down and remember to post a video about them. I just figured it would change it up a little bit from some of my deck walkthroughs and something else to talk about. So, obviously if you're doing this challenge as well, then please feel free to join in and put what you get down in comments. It'd be lovely to see what you all have. So this should only be a short one because day one, obviously, which would have been the 1st of January, was, I've just written it down here. So it was a reading for the end of 2020, basically coming out of 2020, and it was to see what the energy was for 2020 and the major lesson that was learnt for 2020. So I had already answered this question on her page, which is the Tarot Academy. So what I've done is, rather than shuffling and pulling the cards in front of you, is I've pulled out the cards I originally answered the question with over there, because anyone that's already seen it will know that those were my cards. So for the energy for 2021, just make sure I'm reading them in the right order. Energy for 2021, I had the High Priestess. There we go, High Priestess. And I decided that for me, for 2020, the High Priestess brought about some answers with regards to some of the mystery around who I am, some of the kind of spiritual aspects of who I am, things that I had maybe hidden or didn't want to look into because they scared me. So that's what 2020 was about for me energy wise. It brought forward an awful lot of the mysticisms. What else I wrote down? It also helped me to tap into my intuitions. Certainly brought tarot in a big way into my life, although it was there 20 odd years ago. It really brought it forwards this year for me. The tube is a testament to that. So that was the energy for 2020 I felt around the High Priestess. More like, so a voyage of self-discovery for me. There was certainly questions, because she brings a lot of questions forward, so I had questions I had to seek and answer. She brought forward questions about who I am, my kind of path, which I still haven't fully worked out. I'm still working through with you guys, as you know. I'm discovering daily, weekly, monthly new things I want to try out. So yeah, that was what the energy, I think that's what the general energy felt for me for 2020. I learned loads last year, and I still am. I know for us it's not been a fantastic, or many people aren't seeing it as a fantastic year, but I did, I joined communities I wouldn't have normally probably found or joined. I managed to do courses online that would not have been there had it not have been for this. I was able to join, psychic development groups online, like so many people. I've met so many people, and again, it all part of that energy of unraveling my mysteries and my own spiritual journeys for me and my voyage of self-discovery. So that was what I felt my energy was with the High Priestess for the year gone. And the next one was the major lesson. So the major lesson kind of that's been coming forwards, and I got the King of Wands. So the King of Wands can warn us a little bit about becoming perhaps slightly over arrogant or a little over controlling. So where we want to micromanage and control the way things are going. That'll be for many of us, especially like myself with the Virgo aspect to my personality. Trying to keep things in boxes, keeping it neat and tidy, knowing what's coming ahead completely, wanting to know the whole story before I've even got there. And then I'll make my decision as to whether I'm going to carry on and travel down that story or read the story or, develop the story. So that was what the King of Wands, the warning aspect for me was, that kind of need to control. It's not overly nurturing, it's not developing, it's certainly not helping personal growth. And because the King of Wands is also somebody who commands a lot of energy, it's that kind of person who walks into the room, they're very charismatic, everyone sort of turns to look at them, but not in that kind of, I'm the king, I'm coming into the room, you must look at me. It's not one of those. It's more that like magnetic energy of them when they just walk into a room, doesn't matter where they go, and everyone sort of wants to gravitate towards them, come see them, speak to them, be around them, because they've got that sort of personality about them. So for me, the King of Wands was definitely bringing that sort of lesson forwards, learning to step into who I am, own a little bit of that aspect of my personality rather than trying to hide it or shy away from it. I am generally an introvert. I'm not a great extrovert, which is why most of my stuff I like to do from the other side of the camera. So this takes a lot to do, and that's another aspect of perhaps one of the lessons I'm learning with the King of Wands this year or last year, and still into this year, definitely. He also, just checking what I wrote originally, because obviously as my day changes and my intuition changes, I bring forward different messages for the cards. So for me originally, he was definitely part of that, like, you know, walking the walk, learning to talk the talk, my self-discovery, making sure that I didn't become overconfident and arrogant, as I've already stated. And there was something else I put down which I think I've missed. Teaching me to go with the flow. So there's that other part of the Virgo, the aspect of my Virgo. I think that's my moon rising actually in my chart, and it's a very big section of my chart, which is why it dominates so badly. But yeah, so like just learning to go with the flow a bit more. If things don't go forwards, let it go. Life brings us many lessons, and although it's okay to be a wanderer and a free thinker and a free-spirited person, you know, making your own roads, making your own ways, traveling the journey that fits with your own heart and my own truth and my authentic self, brings with it lots of learning. It means that we're going to, you know, meander up and down that road till we find where we want to get to. Doesn't mean it's wrong taking the long route, just means that on the way there's plenty to take in, learn as we go. So that was my King of Wands, that was my lessons learnt for 2020. And people who don't know me, when I read, I like to check the base of the deck, because I just feel it has a great kind of undertone about what's going on, and the base of the deck fitted in perfectly. So the base of the deck, I have Strength card, which to me was about, you know, standing in my power, learning to speak up, even owning some of who and what I'm becoming, doing this kind of thing right now, getting the channel running, going in front of the camera, being live, and just sharing what I have with people. So that's part of the strength, but obviously with that is intuition, developing your intuition, listening to your gut. And interestingly, as we come through January, I'm not sure at what point, if it's the full moon at the end of January, the full moon I think goes into Leo, and that is all about, you know, your solar plexus, your gut, the drive to do things, the things that you want, the desire to achieve, and to feel things. So that's really, like, I thought that was a really interesting kind of connection between the two. So that's what I got for my cards for 2020. For anyone who's interested, the walkthrough will be coming at some point. It's not done yet. I haven't done this deck yet. These are the Trionfi Della Luna by Deviant Moon. That's the only place that you can get these. If you get them from anywhere else, believe me, they're fakes, because I have mistakenly done that with one of the other decks from this set. And when I ordered and realised and got the originals, there was a massive difference between them. So these are only sold through Patrick Valenza at Deviant Moon, so do go there, check them out if you're liking the cards that you're seeing so far. I will do a walkthrough, as I say, of them, and I happen to have 3 decks of these. So these are the ones that I referred to way back in my Deviant Moon tarot walkthrough. So I do have 3 decks to get through on those, and a really embarrassing growing collection of decks actually that I need to walk through and get up, just to stop me from making naughty little purchases. There's 24 on my hit list for this year, so that's another one to talk about at some point in my 31 weeks of tarot. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what cards you got if you were joining in with these. The hashtag for this, I believe, is 31 days of tarot 2021, I believe is the hashtag, and then whichever day it is that you're on. So yeah, let us know. I'll see all the comments below, and for those of you who are joining along, please do like and subscribe or share this video. Give me a thumbs up definitely if you're joining me, and I look forward to interacting with you all in comments. Thanks a lot. Bye.